It's been more than 2 years since I last filmed on my bike. Today is the 31st of December 2020, last day of the year, and my last opportunity to get a 100-mile bike ride. So, I haven't done a 100-miler this year. This will be my first if I can get through. It's been tough already. Freezing conditions. It's -1°C, so that's below freezing. But there's no ice on the roads. I had to start late to make sure there was no ice though. And the roads are okay, but it's very cold. My hands were frozen. After just 1 mile I had to turn back and get new gloves. So I'm using my lobster claw gloves that my friend Didi bought for me 2 years back. They've been great. They're the only gloves that can survive these conditions. Notice they only have 3 fingers. So I'm not really into it today. I'm just trying to get it done so I can say every year for the last 10 I've done at least one 100-mile ride. I've only been riding my bike once a week for the last 4 months, and my average riding distance this year is about 15 miles a ride. So I've got no fitness. I've got to take this real slow. This year I focused on breaking the chin-ups world record and not on biking. So, but I'm getting back into it now. My lips are totally frozen. I can barely speak. And I'm only 11 miles in. So it's going to be tough. I'm fasting for the first 50 miles. So I haven't eaten anything today. I'm doing loops. I'm doing a 50-mile loop. When I get back home, I'll eat something. And then I'll start eating. I'll do smaller loops. Keep coming home to eat when it's dark. This will finish in the night if I'm successful. Let's see how it goes. It is lovely out here. It's not windy today, just cold. This has been a strange year because I've been putting off this ride since November. Since the lockdown we had in November. I had lots of great weather opportunities then, but I didn't take them, and now it's the last day of the year. But I decided I'm doing this because it's one of the few things I can choose to do. We're in lockdown. I'm allowed to ride out here, circle around my neighborhood or my county. So I'm just gonna go around and do this ride because it's one of the things I can do, and I'm gonna do everything I still can do. Just, keep life going. Can't work for a living, I can't run my business, but I can ride, so that's what I'm gonna do. I guess that's characterized 2020 for me. Just do what you can do. That's all you can do. You can't control everything, but be sure to control the few things you can control. That's what I'm doing. I hope it's a good day. My fitness is low, only 15 miles in. I'm not particularly enjoying this, which is strange. Because this year I've really enjoyed riding. Every ride I've done recently has been fun. But this one, I guess because it's a challenge, it's not just enjoyment. I'm not enjoying it yet. Let's see how things go. I'm touching on 25 miles now. Riding into the wind, it's coming at a slight angle. There's a bit of wind, and that's causing the vision in my left eye to blur because the wind is so cold. it's basically freezing my left eye. It's not particularly dangerous. I've experienced this before on cold days. But until I turn out of the wind, I've got kind of blurred vision in my left eye. Other than that, all's well. My average pace is only just over 9 miles an hour because I only went about 5 miles in the first hour because I had to go back home and thaw myself out after the gloves went wrong. How cool is that? I just saw Kim, Alan's wife. Many of you will know Alan is my close buddy. We do a lot of our big rides together. I'm kind of in his neighborhood right now, passing his neighborhood, and Kim just drove by, flashed her lights. That was nice to see. I knew I'd be tested today, but it's really testing. I've now got a rear wheel puncture. On the ElliptiGO, a rear wheel puncture is quite a thing because yeah, it takes about 20 minutes to fix. So I've got to get going. I hope my tubes and everything are still up to scratch because I haven't changed a puncture in the last 4 years. So you know, the tubes in my kit here are going to be quite old. Let's just hope everything's what it should be, otherwise it's going to be quite tricky. But let's get on with this, no time to waste. I can barely remember how to fix this thing, it's been so long since I've done it. But I've got the wheel off now. I've just got to get this tube off using my frozen hands. And that is a bit of a challenge, but now that I'm not moving, my hands aren't freezing as much. And thank goodness this happened while it's still light. Got to get this fixed. Let's see if we can get this done. These things are sent to trust. It's supposed to be a challenge, but this is no fun. It wasn't to be, folks. I fixed the tire, replaced the tube, but there's something wrong with the wheel. It's just punctured it again. It can't inflate, so still flat. And I've had to call Ivy. My wife's coming to pick me up. Looks like this year there won't be a 100-mile ride. I've called Ivy to come pick me up. Looks like 2020 is just one of those years. Things just haven't gone to plan in so many different things. So I guess it'll be the first year that I don't get to ride 100 miles. Oh well, it's what it is. It's just a ride. It's nothing more, nothing less. Life goes on. There's more important things in life. I'm now just walking up and down here waiting because I think this is I don't know, it's about 10-15 miles away from home where I am, so it's gonna take a good 20 minutes I think before Ivy gets here. So I've got to keep warm. I'm already going into the shivers and hypothermia. That's a problem when you ride on a day this cold. If you stop moving, you freeze up quickly. I'm really shivering, so I'm just trying to march up and down and just keep walking. Well, I think this is the end of the adventure. There's nothing more to talk about, nothing more to film. Let's see if we can survive and get home and get this bike fixed, because I need it fixed. My other bike has a broken spoke, so I need that fixed as well. I should have got that sorted last week. So I can't ride basically until these bikes are fixed. Rescued. So at this point, this is where things get interesting. My lovely wife picks me up, pack up the bike, and decide to head to a bike shop
where I meet this fantastic mechanic called Sam who offers to fix my bike on the spot.
Okay, there's been a twist in the story. So when I got to the bike shop, the mechanic there, a young guy, he was really helpful. The main guys were telling me my bike would only be ready on Saturday, but this guy said, I'll do it for you right now if you're willing to wait. So I basically took Ivy back home, and now I'm going back to collect the bike, and if it's fixed, we're going to continue the ride, because we still have, it's only 3 o'clock, you know, we've still got a good couple of hours left in 2020, and if I finish, I'll have still got my century in 2020, and it'll still be 10 consecutive years of 100-mile rides. So I still have a chance to complete this ride. It's just that I'm gonna have to do the whole thing in the dark. It's already 3:30 now, and it's gonna be dark by 4:30, and I've only done 28 miles, so there's a long way to go in this, and it's by no means a done deal. Okay, we're back in business. The bike is fixed, it's in the back there. Going back home, and then we're gonna try and finish this ride. So Annie, thanks for the porridge. I'm just tasting it. Oh, it's fine. Okay, we're moving again. It's about 20 to 5 now. I've got 73 miles to ride before midnight. So I should be able to do this, because from 5, that gives us 9 hours. I think we've got 9 hours to do 70 miles. I think I'm getting it right. No, 17 minus, no, 7 hours. Sorry, we've got 7 hours. So I've got to stay above 10 miles an hour. If I can keep 10 miles an hour or more, I should succeed. So I won't do a lot of... Oh. I was going to say I won't do a lot of talking, then my bottle fell out. This is the problem with the red ways. Right now I've got no confidence in the equipment, so every time something bumps or falls, I think something's broken. This is a problem with mechanicals. They totally rob you of confidence in your equipment. And right now I'm not feeling confident, but God is with me, and I know I'll get through this. This is just meant to be an adventure, and that's why I'm still doing this. Or else I'd have stopped. So here we go, we're just leaving town. I'm going to do 230 to 35 mile loops, and then we should be done with this. So let's see how it goes. Thick fog has descended on us. I'm not actually enjoying this. It doesn't feel responsible being out here. But I'm here now, so I've got to get through it. What a bummer. I'm only at about 42 miles now, so not even halfway through the ride. But I have done 14 miles since the restart, so at least that's a positive. Just gliding through Whittlebury now. The mist has cleared. We now have a full moon and a clear sky, and I can even see the stars. But I don't know for how long it will be like this. It looks like we've just left a misty patch behind us, and maybe there'll be more misty patches to come. My gears have also started acting up. They keep slipping. It sounds like the cable is misadjusted, maybe when the wheel was put on. Or maybe it's something more sinister. I hope it's not something more sinister than that. Just an adjustment problem. my bottles is frozen to ice. The reason my gears are not working is because the temperature is too low. Shimano gears are only designed to work at above 0 degrees. So yeah, there's no fun here. I've enjoyed every ride I did this year. That's the one thing I made sure I did, is enjoy my riding. But this will go down as the one ride of the year I didn't enjoy. I'm not enjoying this at all. There's a lot of anxiety, no fun. The bike is not functioning well, and I just wish it was done. But you know, we made a commitment, and that's what we're here for, so let's see it through. And I'm trying to use good roads only, but there's only so much you can do when visibility gets quite reduced in the mist, because the mist reflects off your light and then you can't see much. It becomes like a white wall in front of you. Anyway, that's where we are. Home is about 8 miles away, so I should get back there so that I can empty my bottles, fill them with hot water so they don't freeze again, because they're totally frozen now, and then go out on another loop, and then the end is closed. The time now is nearly 7 p.m, 6:54. Those are the stats if you can see them. Back in Milton Keynes, about 2 miles from home. So this lap has just ended, and now I have to decide what to do for the last 40 miles. I've got 40 miles left. Once I get home, I've got another 40 miles, and the mist is so heavy in the countryside. I don't know if it's safe to ride there, but if I ride on these cycling lanes, it's going to be hard to maintain the pace. But maybe that's what I should do. They don't seem to be icy. They don't seem to have any ice on them, so I mean, they're slippery but not icy. But to do 40 miles on them, I've never done 40 miles on these cycling lanes. That's just round and round and round town. That'll be tough. But let's see what we do. Then we're going to thaw out at home, get some proper water, and we'll take it from there.
Before,
What?
I just kind of went like this. My hand.
Be careful.
Pardon?
Okay, I had that lovely dinner. Now I'm back on the move. I'm going to be riding local now on the cycling lanes. Dramatically reduces interactions with cars, but it slows my pace a lot. As you can see, it's just up and down hills, underpasses. It's really slow. It's so much more enjoyable here on the cycling lanes than it was in the countryside. In the countryside it was much colder and much darker, and the visibility was literally down to about 2 meters in some places because of the fog. Here there's light. I'm not just relying on my own lights. There's street lights all the way. So although these are much slower surfaces and much slower routes and much bumpier, as you can see, they are a lot more enjoyable than what I've been going through. And I'm not saying I'm enjoying the ride, but at least I'm not feeling stressed and I'm not feeling anxious. It's now just about trying to get on with it and get it out of the way. I'm on 63 miles. I've got less than 4 hours now, so we've got to keep it above 10 miles an hour, which is actually quite tough going on these routes, but it's doable if I can just sustain my energy output. I don't know if my fitness will allow, but I've had a massive meal, so you know, that at least gets me on the right track. See, I've got to look out for lots more obstacles here, and I've also been riding through clouds of smoke because people are blasting fireworks, so I've got to make sure that none of those cause me any problems. Don't want to get hit in the eye by something. But other than that, I think we're safe. Let's go for it. Literally just riding through neighborhoods. I've just gone past 70 miles, so 30 miles to go, and it's 9 o'clock, so I have 3 hours to do 30 miles. I should be able to do that. It's not as simple as it sounds at this stage in the journey and on these surfaces, but I should be able to do it. I'm riding right in city centre now, just cutting my way through, kind of near my workplace, near where my business is located. Back home again. Just emptying the bottles because they're freezing up each time. And I'm running hot water into them now. I need to just eat something again, and this should take me through the next lap. These laps are about 15 miles. This flapjack thing is very dense. I've never tried it. I just grabbed them at the bike shop because I needed to buy some sort of food to eat. I went upstairs and used the toilet. It's nearly 9:30. 2.5 hours to do 25 miles. In fact, it's a bit more than that. It's about 27 miles. Very slow going on the tracks out there. We're on 83 miles and it's 10:30. 83 miles and 10:30. So 90 minutes to cover 17 miles. There go the fireworks. I'm in Milton Keynes near Stony Stratford. Fireworks going off all round. I'm on just under 100 miles now, so I hit 99 miles or something like that, just as we hit the new year. So let me ride home, see the children. We made it back. Just put the bike in the garage. As you can see, it's covered in ice. Completely covered in ice, the entire bike. Look at that light. Totally covered in ice. The whole bike is covered. Look at this. This is ice. All over the brakes. Everything. It's covered in ice. Well, all to other ends well. Can't believe it's over. Okay, I'm just having a bowl of that oats porridge that Ivy made earlier. I'm trying to give myself a chance to thaw out. I still can hardly feel my hands. This one's coming back. This one's still gone. My vision is completely blurred. It's like looking through a misty window, and that's just because of all the ice that was just forming on my eyes. Just totally blurred my vision. It's probably not going to come back till I wake up tomorrow. It's probably not going to clear. But you know, these are the prices we pay. Well, I did the century. I don't know if it was worth it. I almost wish I hadn't been able to fix the bike. It wasn't an enjoyable experience, although the last couple of hours were quite rewarding, knowing that I was getting there. You know, once I was at 85 miles, I really felt like, yeah, we've got this, and you know, I had lots of energy, and I was just powering through. But the mist was terrible; you could hardly see anything. It was cold as anything. I think it's been 0 degrees the whole day. It was -1 when I started. It's probably minus something now. Yeah, that's one I won't forget too soon. And I'm definitely not in a hurry to do another one. And no plans for 2021. It's now 2021. No plans for the year in terms of fitness and sports. I just want to be healthy, look after myself, keep fit, help other people get fit, and you know, do my job, run my business in fitness, which is not something we've been able to do with all these lockdowns. We're currently in a lockdown now. Although you wouldn't believe it with the number of cars that were out all night today, just moving up and down the roads. Where could they be going at midnight? Apart from visiting people they shouldn't be visiting. Loads of cars just going up and down all night. So that's a bit disappointing. But other than that, yeah, it's done. I'm proud.
Thank you for watching, and I'm hoping that 2021 will turn out to be a great year for everyone who's watched this video. Hopefully we'll get past this coronavirus pandemic, and I'm just hoping that you all make all your dreams come true. Thank you for watching.